Hello and welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name's Davina, I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is the 12th of February 2024 and this is episode number 174. Anywhere you can find me on the internet is down in the description box, and anything that I mentioned today will also be down in the description box. Okay then, that's the intro over. So here is some videos of what Elmo's been doing this week. He has been a little bit active, this boy of mine. So enjoy. Wow, we brought Elmo a box of ping pong balls, and his dad has decided to give them all to him this early Saturday morning. Whoa, hasn't he been busy? He's upstairs asleep at the moment with his dad. His dad's on late this week. Anyway, what a crafty week we have had. Absolutely amazing. And I've just thought in my little head that I've forgotten something. I've left it upstairs. As you see, I'm down here. I thought we'd do something different today and record today's episode down here. I think that before the end, I'll pop up and get what I need. Wow, what a crafty week I have had. And I mean, I have been busy. My little crochet hook had sparks coming off it. That's all I'm going to say. It was sparking, really sparking. Dear me, still haven't got no car. No, they still even haven't come to pick it up. So I actually just rang them earlier on, just before doing this, and they guaranteed me they're going to come and pick it up today, and then they'll take it to the garage and then have a look at it for me. Fingers crossed, because I need it for next week. Oh, dear me. Anyway, so let's hope, eh? So what are we going to do? As I say, I've got a pile of stuff here to show you. I really have got a pile of stuff. I've done a little bit of cross stitch, but nothing major. I really like to put a leaf and a bit of a twig on. So I ain't going to be showing that this week. What do I start with? I think I will start with some sewing. As you know, I'm from the Luna Lapping books. This is the second book. I am making the Clementine cat, but I actually got the kit in the black and white because I'm doing an Elmo. Well, last week or the week before, last week, I actually had a head, didn't I? And pinned on face. This week, I've got a body, a tail. I've pinned everything together as best I can to show you. I couldn't decide whether to put a white background for the eye or a black background, because obviously Elmo hasn't got white round his eyes. Well, Glenn reckons that the white would look better because it contrasts with the nose. As I say, he's just pinned. He's got to have his whiskers and everything put on. But this is him so far. That's why he's got two different colour eyes, because we were deciding on... And Glenn reckoned this one. I don't know, but Glenn reckoned this one. So anyway, there's his body and his little tail is on. There's a bit of thread. So yeah, and there's his white tip on the tail as well. I'm actually surprised on the size of them. I didn't realise they were quite this large. I really didn't. So yeah, but there's the hand stitching part now. So yeah, I am enjoying it. I really am. So I've got to do the arms and his legs, put his whiskers on, and then he's finished, really. So hopefully I'll have him done by next week. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Say Glenn reckoned that one, but I don't know. don't know. I reckon the black. Anyway, I'll decide when I do what I think. So, yeah, there he is. Oh, well chuffed with him. And his little pink nose. His little famous nozzle. So, yeah, so this is the Lunar Lapin Clementine. But as I say, I got the kit in the, well, it's the grey. So, yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. Now where do I go? Because I've done some more sewing. Okay, we'll stick with the sewing. Now, I was looking the other day, well, yes, over the weekend, for some scissors that I knew I had. You know what I mean? Some little embroidery scissors that I knew I had. And I knew I had 2 pairs, and do you think I could find them? And then all of a sudden, they were in 2 separate Notion pouches. And upstairs in bags that weren't being used. And I thought, this is getting ridiculous. So I have my Notion pouches in my knitting project bags, which are my 2 Harris Tweed ones, which were gifted to me, and they will always stay in use for my knitting. But when it comes to me crochet and that, I would rather everything be in one place. Now, I was using this, which is absolutely fine, and I like this to keep my needle stoppers in, you see. And I thought yesterday, oh, surely I can make one. So I came up, it's long, I know, but I fit a lot in it. So I came up with this. This is the fabric that was gifted to me by a dear, dear friend. A couple of friends of mine and Elmo's, actually, is Elaine and Buster. So, yeah, she's the lady who sent me the panel of this panel, I'm sure. So I made this, and it fits everything in it for just not the individual projects, but for the craft. And this is my, I love this. This is what Teresa got me for Christmas. My pumpkin, what's her name? So it is hexagons, which I fussy cut on the ends. And it's like the quilt as you go technique, but I didn't quilt it, as you can see. And I did add a piece of firm iron-on interface and onto the fabric, so it's got a little bit of stability. And obviously you see it's got a zip in it, but because I made it in the way of the quilt as you go technique, you see there's no raw seams inside, and I just hand stitched the zip in, and that is working absolutely fine. So I have made a new one. I am debating, if I have time, whether to do like a stages of tutorial on this. I did write down all the measurements and everything and what I did, and I just thought hexagon is easier to, you know, line up the zip and everything than it is for a circle, so that's why I did hexagons at the end. But I really, really like it, and it also matches, which you, as you know, I've already made. It matches my duffel drawstring. So yeah, so it's all the crochet is in, the crochet notions are all in one place, which I find a lot easier. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. Really pleased. Look at him, he's cute. Anybody in? Look. Oh. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's also got wadding in it as well. So yeah, I might do that. We'll see. Right then, so now talking about the crochet, as you know, I am making and I have been, there's a couple of people that said about the story of this, and I did know about the story of this because the lovely Shelley husband, she actually writes all of it, because we were actually on a quest. The blanket is like a quest, and she has written all the story in the book already, and I'd already read that. And it's a Nimu, and because I was calling it Nimu, I kept putting the M in it, Nimu. blanket. So I'm just loving this, and I am doing it in the Yarnsmith from Woolwarehouse. So let me show you what I've got so far. So I've put it in this bag because I didn't want it to get dirty. I have actually squared it off. Let's make sure I got that all right. Oh, I just love it. Look at those corners. And now I'm going out with a couple of rows of the cream. It does lay flat when it's down. But, oh my gosh. I just love this so much. It has got some squares around it before some more rounds. And as I said, I know I'm going to do them in the cream. And I started to do one last night. I got one more round to do. And yeah, so that's what the squares look like. So, and I thought, well, I might as well do a couple of them every now and again, so it's not a big task all in one go. So as I say, I'm keeping the work in progress in this bag so it doesn't get dirty. But I am just so pleased with this. I really am. As I say, it does lay flat. Oh dear, I really am pleased with it. There is a variegated yarn, and then I've chosen 4 colours to put in as with the cream as a highlight. Oh, I'm having fun playing with the colours. It is just all round fun. It really is. So I'm loving that. Also, as I said last week, on World of Books, I managed to find 3 more, because that book was secondhand. 3 more of Shelley Husband's books. Oh my gosh. And so secondhand, and I did manage to find UK editions, because you do them in UK or US. Oh, also, as I've spoken about before, my dear friend Stephanie, who is the Crafty Dragonfly on Instagram and also on YouTube, she messaged me saying Shelley has also got, there's a link in the back of this book that gives you to YouTube demonstrations as well on the techniques. I tell you what, she thinks of everything, this lady. So in here you've got left-handed version, right-handed version, you've got pictorials on every round, you have got written instructions, and you've also got graphs, all in this book, and a link in this book to her videos to help as well. Marvellous, isn't it? Right, let's get back to this. So the first book is it Siren's Atlas? And let me see if I can get a picture of the actual blanket. It's got just tell me. I've got the UK edition, and I've had a quick flick through. Let me see if I can find it. There is 32 different squares, granny squares in here. Obviously, oh no, I tell a lie, there's 64. Even better, there was another page. Yeah, 64. Yet again, she's given you the written and a graph of all 64. I'm seeing if I can find an inspiration picture without not as easy with this one, without a pattern. So basically, out of the 64, you can pick and make a blanket. So that's the back. But what you get in the book is absolutely brilliant. There's so much in the information. The other one I got is Beneath the Surface, and yeah, again, say UK, but that's to do that blanket. Oh, that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yet again, all the pictures and everything in there. She is amazing. She really is. She thinks of everything. She really does. So yeah, I can't wait to have a play with that. this one I was really intrigued with because I think it's basic but it gives an impact, and this is called Dotty Spotty by Shelley Husband, and it's a classic circle to granny square. Hang on, classic circle to square granny square fun. So look at that. So I am tempted to actually have a play with one of these because yet again you've got your grass. Let's see if there's a picture of the actual main blanket inside. All the pictures, general help. Let's have a look. Obviously different colours. I've got in my head, I look like the thought of a grey background. I don't know why. I've got some grey upstairs that I could use, but I also got this one, and I am looking forward to having a go at that one too. So that was my naughties really, wasn't it? So, but it was all related to the Shelley Husband crochet. Right, now, as I said earlier on, my crochet hook had sparks coming out of it. On Saturday night, it weren't late, it was Saturday night, I actually finished my starbright blanket. Now, I haven't sewn in all the ends, they have got to be done, but I have actually, oh wow, I can't believe I did it. I have actually finished the crocheting. Now, I'm not bordering this one. Now, as you know, the border on a blanket is always my favourite, but I haven't got a lot of yarns left. So I don't want to get all the way around this blanket or so far round and I run out because I've only got little bits. So, but I think it looks fine without the border anyway. Right. So I think I'll try and show you a bit of it now, but I am going to put in record a video of it. I'll lay it over the couch, and I'll pop that at the end so you can see that. But oh dear me, it is, as I say, it's massive, absolutely massive. So there's some ends that I've got to sew in, and it's ended there. So it's done. Apart from ends. So as I say, you'll see a clip of that at the end of, and I'll lay it over the couch and I'll get some video footage of that. Also, when was it? Last, because I did put it on Monday's video, so it must have been last Tuesday. I caught the bus down to town because obviously had no car, and I had to get milk and stuff, so I got that. And I popped into the charity shop, as you do. So it is what I found in the charity shop. And I'm just, while I'll put a video of them up because they're upstairs as I talk. And I managed to find these 5 cones of 4-ply acrylic yarn for my knitting machine. I am so chuffed. They were either 50p, there was 2 at 50p and 3 at £1 each. So I got the whole lot for £4. I was just so pleased. There was the black and the white were there, and the lady that works there was putting out more, and she said, oh, she said, are you interested? I said, oh yeah. She said, I've got some more out the back. I said, well, not the thin stuff. I said, this one here. Anyway, she came out with the other 3. And I was just so excited. So I can get my knit machine out, which is really good. And there's some brilliant colours. It brought back some memories because when I used to do my machine knitting a lot in the 80s, in the yeah, it was the 80s, and the black and white, trying to get black and white, all the shops used to run out of black and white, you know, Bramwell black and white anyway. And yeah, that was always a hard one to get, that was, especially around Christmas time. And then the sheep design came out, and oh dear me, it was all go then, weren't it? And yeah, my gosh. And then there was the jumpers with the My Little Pony, 3 My Little Ponies gone down. They were mainly white with the 3 pastel colours, because you used to latch hook the manes and the tail on separate. Gosh, the things we did, eh? The things we did. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh dear. Oh well, the old sun's gone in now. It's supposed to be raining again tomorrow, so I've got washing out. It's moving, so it must be breezy out there, which is cool. Right, so I am going to quickly pop upstairs and get what I have forgotten to bring down. I'll be back in a minute. Oh well, split second for you, but it's a while for me. Okay then, right, so this is just a few bits that went in the shop last week, but I forgot to show you, and on Friday. Oh, I was all over the place. There's a lot going on here in the background, and yeah, it's it's been hard, but hey ho, we'll get on with it. Right, so I did put in the yarn cozies. This is the 2-in-1, and there is, I'm sure there's some 50 grams left as well. I'm sure there is. So yeah, the sheep one still hasn't been dispatched, the rainbow sheep. So hopefully that will be dispatched soon. So yep, that is that one. Also, I think this is so much fun. It's a take on cream eggs. I might have to get rid of that bit. So yeah. And yet again, there is 50 grams in this, and also there is the little 20 grams as well, and this is a 2-in-1. So there's those left, there's some of those left in the shop. But last week, while I was out in same town, I had to pop into our fabric shop because I had to send something up to the other shop in the other town for my lovely friend Debbie. And they had this, and I made 2 of these, and these are barrel bags. And look at that fabric. I put denim because I thought with the jeans, but look at that fabric. Isn't that amazing? I just think that's so cool. You've got the top bit like I normally do, and it's all the heavy calico inside. So when it's pulled, you get to see the little top bit as contrast. I just like doing that bit. But isn't that cool? And that's the base. So there's only 2 of these. I did buy some other fabrics with strawberries, but I won't be making barrel bags. I don't think. I will be making like, you know, the square, the normal drawstring project bags. But I just couldn't resist. I just thought this needed to be a barrel bag with the car, the wagon, and oh, I just think it's brilliant. So much fun, isn't it? It's definitely got that vintage looking about it. So yeah, there is only 2 of these available. Okay, they are in the shop already. So it's in my Etsy shop. It's obviously Little Workroom Crafts. Right then, I better disappear because, as I say, I've got videos to put at the front. I've got videos because I've got to record my blanket, and I've got videos to put at the end. So I try not to keep you too long. So I know I am behind on answering my general emails. I am up to date with the what have you been up to, so don't worry about that. But it's the answer and the other ones. I am a bit behind, as I say. There's stuff going on in the background. So fingers crossed all that will sort itself out soon. We should know next week, hopefully. But yeah, so it's, you know, I'm getting there. I am getting there. And obviously with the messages on Instagram and so on, I am getting there slowly. I really am. So I do apologise that it's taken a lot longer than normal. Okay then, right, so I am going to love you and leave you all. I will be back on Wednesday with what have you been up to Wednesday. Fingers crossed the garage is going to ring me soon because I want my car. I do miss my car. On Friday, I said to Glenn, I said, because they couldn't come up Friday in the end. And I said, oh, Glenn, I said, we need shopping. I said, and, you know, how are we going to go out and get shopping? You know, because as you know, he doesn't drive, so we only have the one car. And we decided, we bit the bullet after all this time, and we did our very first online food order. all what happened them years ago, we managed to avoid it. But, you know, it needed to be done. And so I sat and did it on Friday. We both did it together. We wrote a list and everything, and I did it. And then it arrived Saturday evening. And, my gosh, it's actually quite good, isn't it? Especially if you live with somebody that doesn't like food shopping. Anyway, so yeah, and the gentlemen that came with it, oh, they were so nice. They really, really were. Chatty away. It was raining, bless them, and they were really, really, really polite and lovely blokes. They really were. So, yeah. Oh dear, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of me chattering. So I am going to be back on Wednesday. So please take care, stay safe, and as always, my lovelies, happy crafting. Bye. Right then, as I said, this is one big blanket. Look at that. I just can't get over how big this one is. Look at those colours. They definitely remind you of Christmas, like they used to have them in the 70s, and just popping all the bright colours, and there was no themes, was there then? It was all bright and cheerful and lovely. But look at that. So I'm going to step back the best I can and see if I can get it all in. Ooh, still going, still going. There we go. Look at the size of that. Absolutely massive. So I can start the crochet along now, which I might actually start this evening. Well chuffed with it. Well chuffed.